Oh, hey. Welcome to Making Comics Now, episode 239. And this is Peter Palmiotti of Human Art Studios coming at you live. So much has been going on. So I thought I'd do a live stream today. Doodle because I haven't been drawing as much of late. And yeah, it's probably not going to turn out great because it feels like I've been beaten up, and I'll get into that in a second. So yeah, it's already July 2022, and things are moving ahead. I'll mention a few things off the bat. I no longer have any Facebook pages. Just become more and more frustrated with how they changed up Facebook. And yeah, there's a lot of people bitching about Facebook. It's still a worthy endeavor to be on there. Specifically for me, because I'm connected to a lot of friends there that I'm not connected to anywhere else. So I'll probably never leave. So it's definitely useful. But I got rid of all my pages. Part of the reason behind that is really like it's always been extra work to have all these extra pages. It was kind of neat to have specific places where, it was about retro posts, it was about Bright Eyes posts, it was about yada yada. And of course, I had my studio page there for almost as long as I've had my regular profile page. I've been on Facebook since they went live, past just college kids. So when it went public, way back when, whatever year that was. It's still a great place to connect with people and post. And I don't get nearly the action I used to, but a lot of people follow my regular profile page, and I encourage those that haven't, that are on there to do so, because that is the only place on Facebook where you could follow what I'm up to. And somebody mentioned, make sure you're open to, people commenting on your posts and getting messages from everyone. And, I've always been 100% open, unless they changed my settings that I didn't know of. Yeah, so that's always been a place where I'm available, and I've gotten work from people there. So it's definitely worth it for me and my business to be there and to post there. Something I've added down below, and also just did a post earlier on my Facebook and on Twitter. There's actually another book called Retro, and I think I might have mentioned it before, but I actually have the link this time. And yeah, it's this guy, Ahrendt. I'm going to get his last name wrong. It's too many segments to it. Linkletter, something or another. Excuse me, Aaron. But yeah, you can see his name down below. and it says retro, and there's a link to his Kickstarter page. And his book is currently live and funding. It's at 3,000, just over 3,000, and the goal is 4,000 and change. So it's still a little ways to go, but it's a very professional looking campaign, and it was actually a short that he did previously that he made into a comic. So there's a history behind it, and you can always pledge to see that. And many different pledge levels, retailer, and also to screen the short and check it out. But yeah, it's like I thought it was funny that there's another book called Retro, and I will be having him on, and possibly the artist as well, to talk about their project and how it's different from my Retro. So yeah, I'm excited to talk to him, and it's like if both our projects do well, a year or two down the line, I mentioned to him, and he seemed to be into it, that we'll possibly do a crossover book with both retros. It would be funny. And his character is definitely different than mine, so it'll be a lot of fun. So what's been going on? Yeah, I helped my friend. So somebody got kicked out of their home, unfortunately, but Lisa benefited by getting a couple of couches. She's had some chairs in the movie room that she really wasn't comfortable in, but the couches are really, really nice and kind of probably cat proof. So that's a great thing. And so we cleaned up the room a bit and got those in there, and also a TV stand. And man, it's a combination of that, and frankly, I haven't been sleeping well. My schedule's a little all over the place, and I'm doing 100 different things, like less and less actual work and more behind the scenes work. But so it goes sometimes. Yeah, so we got those couches in there, and it's fabulous. Unfortunately, because it's her friend that moved, so Lisa actually has a new outdoor cat, but is possibly finding a new home for one of her indoor cats, Twinkle, who's this long-haired Bengal cat, really sweet, right? And we hope it works out, that he is welcome in his new home, because there's another cat there that really doesn't get along with other cats, but we're keeping our fingers crossed. So we'll see how that goes. And I've been dealing with, I got 2 kittens that, 3 kittens were dumped off to a neighbor of mine, and my neighbor already has a dog and decided he's going to take one of the kittens for himself. So the other 2 kittens have been sort of coming over here like all the time. In fact, they are currently in my bedroom on my cat tree, kind of sleeping and hanging out, because the weather has been horrible and super hot, and they've both gotten sick to a certain degree. They both have issues with their eyes. But the biggest problem is that I can't deal with them when I'm working because they're all up in my face. So a solution has to be found. A neighbor of mine has said she would take them for her kids. Now, she lives here, but her kids don't, so I assume that she doesn't have full custody of them. So the kittens will be going elsewhere, which is good because they might decide to come back here if they were in the neighborhood. But I'm not 100% confident that she's going to be taking them. So next week, I'm going to see about taking them out to our local shelter and see if they would take the kittens and find them homes, because I can't afford financially to deal with them. They both need to see a vet at this point and both need medication. I have some eye medication and I've been giving it to them as I can, but I don't have time for them. I don't have, like, pay for food, extra food for them and all this. I have enough on my plate and too many cats as it is. My 4 have not been sort of welcoming the kittens either, which is an issue. So I've been seeing less of my cats, and especially around 4th of July, which is coming up, I want to keep my cats indoors, and that's harder and harder with the kittens around. Unfortunately, the kittens are still going to be around on the 4th of July, so I'm going to have to chase after my cats to get them in for that night. There's already people shooting off fireworks, but on the 4th, there's definitely an uptake of people shooting off fireworks. But we have festivities in town, which are, nearby walking distance, but across town, sort of. So the town event is a ways away, and also where they shoot off the fireworks is a ways away. So we're I'm not on top of that, so I don't have to worry about that, as far as my cats go. You might be hearing the kitten in the background. She's very, very congested, which is why she needs to see a vet, which is why if this woman doesn't take the kittens soon, I'll be taking them to the shelter. Hey, Landon, what's up, man? So what else has been going on? Okay, so I got Wildcat is still live. I think it's 26% funded, so it has improved. Still a long ways to go. If you know Marshall Lee at all, I believe 6:30 tonight. Brian Smallwood will be on his channel promoting Wildcat Anthology. He was on Jeff Lafferty's channel just this past Thursday night, which I haven't had time to check out yet, but I heard it went very well. And yeah, hopefully it goes really well on Marshall's channel, and that we can, fingers crossed, get this book funded, because it would be nice, very nice. I spoke with Randy Bishop, who did Heroes Comic Con recently, that I was not able to attend. He said it went incredibly well, and that there was a lot to unpack and think about, and he had a ton of orders to get out, so he took care of all the orders and is enjoying the weekend event of 4th of July. with his family, and we're going to be talking next week. And I guess he's going to tell me what's going on at the convention and what's developed as far as Hawk in New York, and what, more of what the future looks like and what part I play in that and all that jazz. But yeah, the link to buy a copy of that, if you're interested, is down below as well. And things have been moving forward for Designated. Designated is another book I'm working on. It's a 5-issue miniseries. Mark Torres wrote and created it. Jade Smith is the artist. I'm the inker. And we got a full team. I haven't announced the colorist, but I will be doing so tomorrow. So you'll see a sneak peek of the colors. But Mark has been working hard on the Kickstarter page, which I got to see yesterday. Took a quick look at it yesterday. Already had some notes in my head, but I gave it a good look today and gave Mark a book of notes, like my opinions on how to improve the page. If he uses any of that. My baby, one of the kitties, is at my feet. So yeah, like, fingers crossed, we're going to go live. Well, he's going to make sure he's got approval. Then we're going to do a 2-week sign up. Then we'll be going live. So hopefully that happens this month. That would mean that, we'll probably get paid by September. So that kind of works with my timeline of things, that, I need to get money towards books I'll be putting together, retro and what follows. So yeah, really excited about Designated and how that's coming together. And also, I believe it was our graphic designer did a little pencil sketch of Mark, like his face. That's going to be the logo for Mark's publishing company, MFC Studios. And he asked me to ink that, so I inked that. And I think it came out really cool. It's actually, it's like some things you do, and it's like I had intention of inking in a certain way, and I just went with the flow of it rather than what was sort of on the page. And it, it definitely looks like I inked it, and I'm really happy with it. I'm not sure what he's calling it, how he's calling it, or it's just going to be flat colors, like a logo type thing. But I'm sure it's going to look dynamite. I'm very happy with that. I'm very happy with, the way the Kickstarter page is shaping up. And, we got some sample pages. Some at the moment are black and white. There's like 2 that are black and white, 2 that are colored. They're sort of just like random pages. It's just the way it worked out. But it gives you an idea of the story, and it shows off the artwork. The video for the Kickstarter shows off a ton of artwork. So if you're interested in seeing more of the pages, definitely are within the video, at least as the video is now, because I made some comments on that as well. But I think everything as it is fine, but it can only be improved upon. So what else? Oh, I got a pinup I'm inking, which I got to get done. Then my friend Joe Sonntag has his campaign going, Reaper Destroyer, which the link is down below to that. there was a cover penciled by Dale Keown that I asked Joe if it was okay if I just ink it for fun, and he said that's cool. I'm gonna ink that because I love Dale Keown's work. It's an opportunity to do something, for Joe, in regards to his campaign. And, maybe he'll do something with it one day. We'll see. But yeah, super stoked to work on that. And as an artist, I've been following for quite some time. If you know anything about me, no, you stay there, baby. Kitten's trying to get into camera. Yeah, if you know anything about me, I have an art rep, which is Philip Russert, and there goes Kitty. All right, baby, go. I know, baby, I know. I'll clean your nose in a bit. She's got nasty looking nose. So yeah, Philip Russert, who does a book called Tragedy. He's my art rep. And he also has a YouTube channel, and yeah, he's a plethora of artists that he reps. Anyway, what was the point of bringing him up? Cat, you distracted me. Oh, poor baby. I know. She's all congested. Damn it. I don't know. I'm forgetting now. I thought for a second of making a bullet list, but I've gotten most of the information out already. Okay. I know. Okay, so in relation to his book Tragedy, originally he was planning to do a backup story. And the backup story was to be penciled by this artist, Chris Graves. Anyway, since he mentioned that possibility, of course, I went to go check out Chris's Graves' work and was very impressed and was looking forward to that happening. Unfortunately, Phil didn't make his goal in order to do, add a backstory to it as well. Couldn't afford us on top of, the main story and the bazillion covers and all that jazz. But yeah, I've been following Chris ever since, and he follows me, and I love his work, and he loves mine. Anyway, we discussed doing a piece, so he sent me a piece, and I'm going to be inking that as well upcoming, so you can look forward to that. And yeah, mostly I just hope to really get back on track and get a lot more work done. I got, designated pages. I got other comic pages. I got a new project that actually I'm going to be inking a couple of sample panels for the artist to get a taste of what my inks look like over him. Not because he's questioning will my quality be good or whatever, blah blah blah, but he just wants to get an idea of what him and I look like together. So it's not to sell myself for to him, but it's more, I guess, when he pencils the pages, what he has to do or can get away with, or penciling stuff. All has to do with a penciler and inker working together for the goal of the final art on the page. And I love working with pencilers and what they're looking for stylistically. I consider myself, and others do as well, a very flexible inker. And I always ask the penciler when I can, if they're available to ask, what they would prefer stylistically. Like, do you want me to keep it hard to what the pencils are? Do you want me to go looser? Do you want me to, throw down my influence over the pages and all that jazz? So I love working with the penciler. This particular project, I can't really talk about and who's involved, but very, very excited about it. It's just, I think it's just a one shot. I don't even know the subject matter or anything. I'm assuming what he sent me were actual pages to the book, but I know he's currently working on finishing penciling on another book. So I'm not 100% sure and not 100% care. This guy is awesome. And I guess I gave away that it's a guy. I've worked on a female penciler or two, but mostly guys, I guess, when it comes right down to it. And yeah, just like I said early on, I feel beat up. That means I have to work on getting back to getting good sleep. I don't care if it's sooner or later in the day. I mean, like I usually go to sleep late and wake up early. It's kind of crazy, and then crash midday for an hour. I hate calling it nap or siesta or any of that. I call it power sleep or something. But yeah, because my schedule revolves around many other people's schedules currently. That won't always be the case, but I'm trying to accomplish a lot this year, trying to get a lot of books done, even if they don't actually see the light of day this year, they will next year. So following retro, there's Arena, there's be doing a sketchbook, Retro Zero, lots of other things. But yeah, so right now, Hawk in New York is available for sale. Wildcat Anthology is crowdfunding. Designated issue 1 of 5 will be crowdfunding soon enough. And yeah, whatever follows, whatever falls into place. And after that, but yeah, very, very excited about the way this year is turning out. It's been a very, very tough year. Trying to hold it together, folks. It's hard being an independent creator, inker, and all that. And yeah, I'm going to be getting retro printed come fall, and then crowdfunding either in the fall or winter. So super excited about that and look forward to that. And I hope to get big numbers in regards to my own book, because that will definitely make a lot of other projects happen as well. So yeah. So in the life of Cat's comics and my particular life, that has been what has been going on. Please follow all the links down below. If you're on Twitter, if you're on Facebook, if you're on Instagram, and you're currently watching this on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and pledge. Pledge. Become a patron of mine if you're not already. I would love to say I've been doing daily drawing there. I kind of dropped out, just catching up with other things currently, but I will be getting back to that very soon. Normally I don't live stream on the weekend. I'm trying to scope out a a real schedule at some point, but it is what it is. I go when I go, which pretty much I'm working every day. But hope you all been doing well. And yeah, comment below the video. Let me know what you're up to. Always looking to support other creators and artists and writers and all that jazz. So maybe I can have you on here for a future interview. I'm only doing a couple over the summer. Otherwise, it's me doodling and talking about shit. So love you all. See you again shortly. Till then.